All right, welcome back. Another week. We're going to get it going this time. I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure?
Okay, so as you saw last week, we had put all that stuff together. What you probably didn't see is John's put the spark plugs in, cap and rotor. He's working on a little hose over here on the table. This little hose here that goes from the bottom of the water pump to an oil cooler. Then we've got top and bottom radiator hoses, new coolant, new fan belts, and in here a new radiator. They keep all this stuff in stock. And we got this dog, but this dog don't count. This dog is the family member's dog we're babysitting. Dog sitting? Babysitting. Anyway, so we still got to put the throttle back together, throw the radiator in. We're comfortable with where we're at so far. It's taken a little bit of time, but that's just what it takes. So, John.
What?
Ballpark it. How much money have you invested in parts to put head gaskets in one of these engines?
I'm like $700, $800 into it by now.
He's over $700 in parts. 100 and something for the Felt Pro gasket kit. Plugs, wires, cap, rotor, those all add up. Radiator was 200 and some. We got all new heater hoses, belts. We're already doing it, and we're still going to try to do the transmission flush. And that was with a running engine. Mm-hmm. So we feel pretty comfortable with that. I mean, it is what it is. These things do cost money. Probably still need to get an oil filter. Oh yeah, you did an oil change, so that costs money. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna plug along here. In a few minutes, we're hoping to get this one hose changed and then plumb some garden hose stuff into this and flush the motor. We'll start it actually and let it run if we can get the belts turning and everything, so the water pump will function. Go ahead, John. Tell the people how smart I am. Go ahead and tell them.
He's above average.
I'm above average. So, you say, what are you doing with the rope you used to put the back window in? I'll tell you what. See this hose right here is, we didn't want to, I'm still out of breath until fat and old. We did not want to take the water pump off, and there was a very little gap between there. And I was able to get both on, and then John demonstrate the genius of this. Is we lift that up like that, and it pulled the hose on. Okay, that did it. And then John's like, oh, Dad, you didn't put the hose clamps on. And I'm like, I know, but this is a miracle. Look at how those just come apart. We'll just put them back on. Zing, zing, zing. That was one that was probably designed to take the water pump off, and we frankly didn't want to do it. We just didn't want to. Anyways, new hose on there. We didn't seem to damage it. That's $18, you know? Anyways, we're on our way again. But there you go. A pry bar, a big long piece of rope, a little bit of patience and some teamwork, and you got it. So I don't know if you can read that. It's starting to rain. We do it a little drawing. This is the numbers. This is the cylinder bank. This is the front of the engine. And we were commenting. Jonathan and I were commenting. It goes, fires 1, 5, 4, 2, 6, 3, 7, 8. We said, what? Why does it do like that? Two side by side and in between. I thought they went bump, 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 you know, in the firing order, but nope. So I go pop, 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 pop. Anyways, we got new wires we're putting on. John wanted to do that before we put the front dress on because it was like, yeah, all that smog pump will be in the way. It'll be a big problem. So I'm actually going to get out of his hair. He's going to appreciate that, aren't you, John? I'm just going to get out of your way. The hose clamping went all right. The babysitting of this fabulous dog's going all right. The rain's coming in, which I guess is all right. That big hose turned out to be the big project on the front. The rest is just manual labor. And we're going to let Jonathan do the manual. And so slowly and surely, John's been plugging along. We've got more pollution stuff on here. He's gotten the pulleys on. We're getting ready to go on cleaning it out with the water. We have just been battling the rain. A couple of drowned rats. In the middle of all that, we've gotten a call on one of my deals. I'm always working a deal, and one of the deals I'm interested in is a little service truck. Okay, history lesson for you guys who've been following the channel. My wife does this stuff down at the school, and she's constantly putting things in and out of the car or the truck that we have. And I found this little service truck that needs a little work. The price was right. We're going to go fetch it out of a field, ironically down by the water in the back of this lot, basically. Anyways, I'll show you about it, but we have to now move our table, move our garden hose. The bathtub can stay. That's her stuff too. Maybe I'll put it in her truck, huh? Move my Ford, move my Brat, move my other Ford, get rid of the kayaks, get rid of that little stand, get the trailer out, go fetch all this while the rain is kind of holding off for the next little while, and then it'll be over here. Again, that Ford truck I haven't been able to get a title for, kind of a hassle. This Ford car I do have a title for, and I'm ready to sell it. I just haven't been motivated to do it because I'm gonna have to clean it and motivate and talk to people, and you guys know how that goes. Anyway, so let's get loaded up here and move on with life. We'll let you know what happens. So we tried making a video driving in here. It was no good. What I wanted to show you is just across the street there's this lot. Yes, that is a tugboat. We are that close to being right here at the water. We're just a few feet above, I guess you'd call the sound. This is an inlet. Anyways, we're waiting to meet up with this guy. We're at his driveway. He's looking for a title to the project. I guess if you don't got it, we don't need it because we ain't coming back. Anyways, we'll get back to you in a minute. Hey John.
What?
Go ahead and tell them the good news and the bad news.
Well, there's not much good news. We didn't get the truck because the guy can't find the title right now.
Yep. So you see on the trailer, nothing, not a zero zip. This is one of these marketplace deals where we got all the way out here. He says, oh, I couldn't find the paperwork, but you could take the truck and half the money. And I said, oh, no, thank you. You get the paperwork and I'll come back and give you all the money and take the truck all at once. Anyways, our projects fell through. So I guess we're just getting to drive down by the bay today. Right, Rolly? Right, Rolly. Yeah. Anyways, we're back to the house. We're going to finish up that Ford hopefully today. It stopped raining. Thanks for watching. Be very quiet. We are squirrel hunting. Those dogs never can find them, but they're all around. We got black ones and gray ones. They smell them, but they can't get them. Gonna make a mechanic out of John yet. Look at him go. He's got the front dress all put on, alternator tightened, air conditioning installed. We've got most of the puzzle back together here. I know it feels like we've been taking a while doing this, and you're absolutely right. How long has this thing been apart, John?
I don't know, maybe a month.
Maybe a month? Because we just never work on stuff, or we're too busy. Oh, you screwed yourself. I bet you won't be able to put that thing on the back of the alternator now because...
That's how I took it off.
Oh, no kidding.
I took it off before I got the alternator off.
Well, never mind. I don't know anything anyways. Work too much, never home enough.
Yeah, you were busy when I took this apart.
Anybody else ever feel like that? Kids grew up without them? There you are, John. You grew up without me. Now you're a mechanic.
Yeah, totally.
Time for me to go put my feet up on the couch.
All I did was disassemble and reassemble it. That's not mechanics at all.
Well, we're going to let you finish that up. We'll loop the lines here so the transmission will run. We'll put some garden hose attachment BS on that. We're going to try to flush the water out. He's left the two ports off over there. He did put the thermostat in, but we didn't need it coming out of there anyway, so we just blocked that off with the thermostat. It'll never warm up. We're going to flush the system. Hopefully it'll run. And then once we got it all flushed out, we'll throw the radiator in. And then you wanted to do a transmission flush, which we may or may not even show the people.
There's probably water in it due to the fact that that's how the transmission
you
fluid
think
got in
there is. Anyways, the point is yesterday, you know, we tried to go get a project. The deal fell through. Craigslist. Wrong. Marketplace. Anyways,
is, where that most of those memes come from.
Yes, it's a challenge, and You know, we went and saw the rig. We made a deal. We came back with our trailer the next day to get it, and oh my gosh, I can't find the title. So the point was, is he says he's going to try to track it down, and I said, and I've done that before, where they say, well, you can take it now for half the money, and then when I get the title, I'll give you the other half. And that's why I got junk in my yard that doesn't have any titles in some case. I'm down to just one, and I don't need two. So I said, nope. He said, you get the title, give me a call. Otherwise, you know, see you later, alligator. Anyways, I got a few things to do in the yard myself, and we'll get back with you in a few minutes. All right, John went to get the key. This is it. We're gonna film it, whether it's good or bad. We're gonna film it anyways. We do not have the radiator in there, as you can see. We've got open hoses, you can see. Heater hoses open. His radiator's there in a box, as you can see. There's John, as you can see. He's gonna use this key to tighten the battery somehow.
No, I'm just gonna.
He got this battery the other day for 25 bucks from a used battery place. It's 1 year old. Motorcycles, yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, let's see what happens. Run the fuel pump a couple of times on and off, let it cycle, and I'll check for leaks. Is it shutting off on its own?
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Keep going one more time. All right, let's see what happens. Shut off. What did you do to this exhaust pipe over here? Did you not put it on?
It's on.
Well, it's a terrible job because it's leaking on this side. All right, well, either way, let's put the water in it now so that it's ready to go, because we don't want to fry our new head gaskets. But down there you got a huge exhaust leak, I think, at the manifold.
Oh, perfect.
Where that bolts, the collar bolts up. So get out a hose, let's put some water in it, make a huge mess. So we're trying this, water in the pipe. Let's see if we can get it to push through with the motor. Hold on, stop. Water's getting on the alternator. Don't do anything, turn that key off. Come on over here. We don't want to get our alternator wet. We got to put a couple of dummy hoses on it because it was filling up before you even started it. So get a couple of dummy hoses. Let's run that water away from the fan. We could use these old ones, John, if you want to just cut off a piece of this stuff. Yeah.
Well, let's do that.
All right, let's do that. This one right here is about the right length. If you got, this is a hack. Get some rose tree pruners, whatever you call these.
Rose bush clippers, yeah.
Rose bush clippers. Now, that can put water over there on the fender, right? Okay, we'll need another one. We got new hose for this, so John was going to get out his new hose, and I'm like, whoa.
Well, no, I wanted to take the old hoses off and do this with them, but I couldn't get them off the firewall.
Okay, that one will go there. All right, let's watch it. I'll turn back on the water. Did you have about halfway on?
I just went until it was on.
You coming out here yet?
Yes.
How's it look?
Like it'll get on the belts, but other than that, it's fine.
All right, crank her over. Let's try to flush that coolant passages out. Yeah, do it. He's afraid of everything. Come on, turn the key on. Getting us wet. The fan is blowing it. You believe that? The fan blows it everywhere. The fan blows the water everywhere.
Oh, good.
Look how good that's flushing. So we're doing this in case you guys had forgotten that we had that sealant somebody put in there and we just wanted to wash the block. You got all the block plugs in, right? What? All the block plugs are in?
Yeah, they're in.
So we'll just let that run for a second. It looks clear. Pretty exciting, huh? Took us a month, but look at she purrs. Yeah, you probably have to adjust it to get it just right and then tighten the bolts.
Yeah, probably.
That's as simple as that.
Because it's smoking around there.
Yeah, well, why don't you shut it off? We'll clean up our mess. Getting a little bit of rainbow, but not too bad. I don't know if you could have heard me over the engine. The reason we did all this was to get the coolant passages cleaned from that sealant. Because with the new radiator, we didn't want to clog it up. And it didn't look like it would have. Okay, go shut off the water.
I'm going and doing that.
Alright, so now, good old city water.
City water.
Yes, we just looped the transmission lines.
Just so it's not puking on the ground.
So yeah, we didn't do that. So now, Johnny, you can, I'm going to take the pups for a walk because I have an appointment to do that. Every night my dad and myself take the dogs for a walk. Well, let me rephrase that. I take my dad for a walk with the dogs. Nah, he's retired and so we do it together. Anyways, he's got a little dog that's got a lot of energy. For some reason, they got a puppy named Bella and she's got a lot of energy, but she's too little to come with us yet, so we still do it with the other dogs. I think Mary even put a little clip in there of them chasing squirrels the other day. So now what we got to do left is he can change the hoses. This one we're going to have to get the T out of. We'll grind this stuff back, put the T on with hose clamps because this is a bypass that goes to the radiator. Not a problem. Back here, he's going to change these hoses with new material, so it's just so it's new. But before that, he can run water through one of these and, you know, put the garden hose on this one, John, and run it through this way over the fender and it might go. If not, you can get a little piece of fitting to put in there and maybe put a hose on or something. I'm gonna let you do that and you can go ahead and install your radiator, but we don't want to start it until we change the fluid in the transmission. Even though there'll still be some in that line, when I have the pan off, we can blow compressed air through it and it'll clear the line. You savvy?
No, I'm not covered in sap.
Well, this might be it for us tonight. This might be about as far as we're going to get today. We've been a busy weekend. Like I say, we went down the marketplace world, tried to get a vehicle, couldn't. Next weekend, I'm supposed to go pick up another project. Where am I going to put it? I have no idea. But the point is these things find me and I find them, and it's harmonious. What can you do? Some people collect pets. We collect old cars. But anyways, looks like we got this one up and going. If somebody is interested in this, Johnny, you will sell this truck to somebody.
Yeah, I was.
And what are you going to do? It's probably market value. You're not going to ask an arm and a leg, but you know, these trucks do have value. He is fixing some of the, you guys notice he had this out. He was fixing light bulbs. He was making sure the turn signals worked and everything.
There's the adjuster on that one's broken.
Okay. He's telling you that now he broke the adjuster on this side. You didn't have to say anything, John. You didn't have to say it.
This
is broke.
This one's disassembled.
Is that what it was?
Right, yeah, there's a bolt that goes in there.
Okay.
And it needs to go in there, and it needs to look like that on the end.
So is that like a junkyard thing or eBay thing, or?
Well, I was gonna look at Rock Auto when I had a moment.
For that stuff.
Yeah, for the.
So you're fixing it good instead of just doctoring it.
Well, yeah, I figured it looked stupid the way they had it with, there was some silicone and some tinfoil shoved in there.
So you're going to do what they didn't do.
Yeah.
Attaboy. Take the bull by the horns. Anyways, yeah, new belts, new wires, new plugs, new cap, new rotor, new head gaskets, new intake manifold gaskets, new radiator, transmission flush is coming, new oil change. What else did you do? New battery.
Yeah.
Well, did you double your money? You got how much into it, you figure?
Probably 800 at this point.
Probably $800 in
for
parts. We don't care what you paid for it. We never tell people on the internet. But you put $800 in just materials, and that's probably about a $3,000 job if you took it to a shop. So you did good.
Or probably more than
You're
that
doing good.
nowadays.
Anyways, we're going to let you go so we can get on with life. The next video, we're going to make a promise. Are you promising the people, John, that you're going to take them for a drive in the truck?
I don't want to say that because it could take a while with the transmission.
You're going to promise them then? No?
I don't.
No
think I
promise?
will.
Okay.
You can make that promise.
No, it's your truck. You're the one. You're the one. It took a month. I could do a whole engine rebuild in 1 weekend if I stay focused, but I had other things going. Anyways, it's a good-looking crew cab, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Help us out. Get us further down the line so we can make more projects and more fun. Thanks for watching.